When you're pregnant and you're considered to be a normal age, people say congratulations, ask how you're setting up the nursery, what the names are. When you're young and you tell people that you're pregnant, they say, are you keeping it? How are you going to support it? It doesn't feel very nice to have that said about your child. They instantly assume the worst. People never assume the best of someone.
I felt like my life was over. All my things that I wanted for the future weren't going to happen. But then once I made my decision to keep her, I knew that it was all up from here.
Molly and Tegan were both still in high school when they had their first child. Today, teenage girls are much less likely to be mothers than ever before. In Australia, in the last 40 years, teenage fertility rates have dropped from 55 per 1,000 births to just 16 per 1,000 births.
I was about 3 to 4 months pregnant when I did my HSC. I only told a few of my friends. And then there was a rumour around school that another girl was pregnant, and it was actually me.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was 14 at the time, and I look at someone who's 14 now and go, oh my God, I can't believe I was that age. I would tell my 14-year-old self to be a lot smarter and use contraception. I went to see a doctor, and the doctor told me that she didn't approve of my decision that I was making and handed me a couple of pamphlets and go, I think you should reconsider these and come back when you've made your decision properly.
I think that there is a lot of stigma and stereotyping around young mums, you know, that they're single, that they've got multiple fathers to all their children. You can't deny the stats and things around certain vulnerabilities that young mums have, but I think that all just comes down to a lack of social support for it.
My school said that I had a condition and that they didn't support that condition, and they didn't think it was the safest place for me to be at school. So they asked me to leave.
Teenage mothers are less likely to finish high school than teenage girls without children. They're also less likely to go on to tertiary education.
BUMP is a mentoring program for pregnant and parenting teenage girls. So they're matched with an older, more experienced mum from the community, and they meet on a monthly basis. We run workshops.
I like the idea of it. You know, you study and you have your child looked after, and I loved the idea of there not being a stressful, like, TAFE environment, and it slowly eased you back into education.
I really believe that education is the way, and it might be a struggle at the time for the girls, but what happens at the end, and once you've got that bit of paper, opens so many doors of possibility.
My education was so important for me because I want to have a good life. I want to provide my son with a good life. BUMP has honestly opened me up to so many things. I was so scared to speak before, have my opinion, my voice, and BUMP has shown me no, everyone has a voice.
At the end of each year, the young mums from the BUMP program celebrate their achievements with a graduation ceremony.
Carly introduced me to the program.
Yes.
Carly made everything happen for me.
Oh, don't say that. I'm real proud of you. It feels like you've come a long way. Your first feet and stuff. How good's that? And you feel proud?
You're still here.
Molly graduated from the BUMP program with a Year 10 certificate, and she intends to continue studying for her HSC. For Tegan, the BUMP program is just the beginning. She's been accepted to study at the University of Newcastle.
I'm really excited to just try and break the stereotype of a young mum.